Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron for the African campaign featuring the modern day 4 mod. In the last episode, we got started as the nation of Ghana, kind of got our bearings a little bit, figure out where we're at, what we need to do, and starting to set up to begin potentially expanding our realm, our eventual empire. So, we have some work to do in that regard. Now, I was looking at this, and with the limits that are placed on how much research we can do and how slow it moves at the moment because of how just behind we are at the moment, we have a lot of work to do to try to improve the economy and then everything else, the industry, that early on in this game, we're going to be very dependent on purchased equipment and licensed equipment. And speaking of licensed equipment, I was looking around and it looks like that we can actually license some equipment from the United States for some things that we just don't have on our own at the moment, and probably won't have for a very long time, that we could really use in our forthcoming expansion efforts. Now, one thing we really need, because if we look at, say, our aircraft, we have no aircraft to speak of, right? I'm not worried about the Navy right now. That'll come eventually. I really want to make sure that we kind of do get our own small arms. But I think we're going to go ahead and license some aircraft from the United States. They will let us license just about anything we want. So, I'm thinking we want a helicopter, an attack helicopter of some sort. AH-64E Apaches. Production cost 45. I mean, we really don't want anything that's going to cost too much to build. Perhaps the H-1 Cobras? Their production cost is 12. I mean, they're old, kind of Vietnam-era attack helicopters, but they're something. We're going to go with mid-80s of variant AH-64 Apaches. You know what? Let's go with the Apaches. And we need some sort of fixed-wing air superiority fighter. F-5 Freedom Fighter. F-117 Aardvark, that's more of an interceptor. I don't know how these guys have detailed these things, if they actually... The operational range, air defense, air attack, agility, strategic bombing. We can actually bomb with these. 24.5, 19.6. So these guys have better bomb loads. I'm not really worried about bomb load right now. Air superiority is 6. Air superiority is 8 on the F-5s. I don't think that's a picture of an F-4J Phantom. That's an F-4 Phantom. Let's see. Air superiority on this guy is 10. Alright, F-16A. Air superiority is 8. It's more of a multi-role fighter anyway. A-10s. Oh, I definitely would want some of these. I love the A-10. One of my favorite aircraft ever made. Let's see. I guess we'll go with some F-4 Phantoms. I mean, these are cheaper, but I think we'll license the Phantoms. There we go. Alright, so we can actually begin building those. I mean, I don't have the military factories to build them, but at least we can put them in the pipe to start making them once we actually, you know, have some factories. And actually, I think I may... Let's get rid of these, because we're not going to make those. I'm actually going to prioritize these aircraft, because I want to start getting them, because they'll give us a significant advantage to anybody who doesn't have any aircraft, which I'm guessing most of the nations we're going to be fighting at the start probably don't have any air force. No. Now... we have Togo, we have Benin, we have... What is this? Burkina Faso? And Cote d'Ivoire. Here, Nigeria. Niger. Or Mali. I think probably trying to absorb this area to kind of establish ourselves as a larger nation would be good. Let's see, we really do need the political power. It cost me 29 political power and lasts 145 days. Justify a war against Togo. Alright, let's do it. We need to start absorbing our neighbors and taking their factories. They don't have any resources, but that's fine. They have people, and they potentially have factories, so I want those. Cote d'Ivoire has resources. And Nigeria actually has some oil. Let's see, who is this? Ah, Guinea. They have... Alright, former Yemeni President Ali Abdullah Saleh has been assassinated. This day is considered a major victory for the Houthi cause. This man who sought to tear them apart from the inside has now been defeated. It's long believed by the Houthis that Saleh has been in contact with the Saudi-led coalition, but it wasn't until recently that Mr. Saleh had shown his true colors to the Houthis and attempted to side with the coalition by declaring a new chapter of unification and democracy in Yemen. This struck a great ire in the Houthis, and with Saleh gone, they claim that their morale is soaring. Interesting. So yeah, the Yemeni civil war. So that's still going. Smuggle arms. I really would like to buy... What do we need, actually? We need command equipment. We need armored personnel carriers. We need self-propelled arty. Rwandan election. Paul Kagame re-elected. Okay. Kenya election. Uhuru Kenyatta re-elected. Okay. How much would it take to buy, import some American vehicles in bulk? What do we got? Some Abrams, some Humvees, some M113, some M2 Bradleys. I mean, we don't have any use for any Abrams right now. We don't have any armored divisions. American artillery. IFVs, mounted ATGMs. Attack kilos. APCs. 125 political power to import some APCs. Alright, next factory is going to be complete January of 2019. That's a ways off. We're going to get one more civilian factory. Is that going to be the same place we're actually building it? Yeah, it is. So we're actually going to get that civilian factory via focus. So what I may actually do is stop that, say, you know what, cancel it. Let's get this military factory built. 31st of December 2019. Yemen has captured the strategic city of Sana'a in Yemen. That's how you pronounce that. Though the city is in ruins, they'll celebrate this long-fought battle throughout the night. Interesting. Alright, you guys actually start planning the initial assault. I really could use some military experience, because these are fairly small divisions. Okay, one of the first things I'm going to want to do is get in here and cut these divisions off, surround them and destroy them, and then focus my efforts on taking the capital there. Sierra Leonean election, Ernest by Koroma re-elected. Alright, I guess we can go ahead and speed things up a little bit. There's not a lot going on right now. At least for us, anyway. 71 days yet till we get our artillery improvements. ISIS commander killed in coalition airstrike. Iraqi terrorist and senior ISIS commander Abu Fatima. Oh, Yemen one. Abu Fatima al-Janeshi, or Jaheshi, was killed today in a U.S. coalition airstrike. Abu Fatima was part of al-Baghdadi's inner circle and served as deputy leader of ISIS-controlled parts of Iraq. Good riddance. ISIS is being compressed pretty well. Small industrial investment. Alright, I think we're going to go for political effort to get some political power, because we need to use it to buy stuff. German election. Angela Merkel re-elected. Alright. We need some petroleum. We upgraded your GDP per capita for you. You should try to upgrade your GDP per capita when it becomes available. It gives you more building slots along with other bonus. Okay, I didn't even realize it was available. But thank you. So now we're up to $4,000 GDP per capita. With about $4,000 in GDP per capita, the country is pretty poor, but most families can at least afford basic household appliances. This level can be increased once all available building slots in your states are filled, once the next level is reached. Okay, yeah. Alright, yep, so we can build a lot more stuff here. We do also need some infrastructure. improvements. Another ISIS commander was killed. Carry Abed Mahmoud's. Alright, the war in Yemen is over. Alright, so that guy was killed. Alright, so when is this going to be done now? 23rd of December next year. Okay. That's more reasonable. Maybe we can actually get some shipyards. Al-Shabaab defeated. The Somalian government forces have managed to capture the last remaining stronghold of the Islamist Al-Shabaab. Ever since the ignition of sectarian violence in 2009, the Somalian government, along with its African Union allies, have been fighting Al-Shabaab, already a quartered animal by 2017. The last remaining pockets of Al-Shabaab were slowly but surely destroyed by Somalian and AMISOM forces. Small pockets of resistance and individual terror cells still remain, but they will not be a threat to the Somali government, a government spokesperson says. Good. Another ISIS commander was killed in an airstrike. Abu Ahmad al-Awani was killed today in a U.S. coalition airstrike. Bashir al-Assad appears to be winning the civil war. Alright, when is this justification going to be done? The 30th of December, so just about a month from now. Now, we need to decide, are we going to go emerging? And go militarism? Or we're going to go nationalist? Territorial nationalism. And go full-on authoritarian. That may be the direction we want to go, actually trying to become like a full-on authoritarian empire. But still not 100% sure on that. Multiple round simultaneous impact is complete. Now, we can try to go for our own improved artillery. But I think we need some doctrines. Let's hit the 21st century reevaluation. 504 days. The end of the Cold War gave military planners around the world the necessary breathing room to select new doctrines for the future. So will that allow me to get into some of these? And get access to these guys? Yeah, let's go for it. As I said, we can license our equipment or buy it. So right now, I think the doctrines are probably what we really need. We wanted to go for the APCs, right? So yeah, we need 125. All right, political efforts done. Alright, we're going to buy some American APCs. Let's see, we can unlock the research slot. Let's go for that. Mounted ATGMs. Do I need those? I'm not making any, and I have 39 in surplus. I could use some self-propelled artillery. Or CNC equipment. Let's see. Small arms. Small arms. Canadian small arms, remaining small arms. American small arms, battalion size. M4 carbines, C4L equipment, FGM 148 javelins, and FIM 92E stingers. An I or J? Alright, I guess we can bring that in. That did offset some of our need for CNC equipment. I could push that out. But no, I don't think we need to. Alright, justification is complete. Let's declare war. Alright, we're going to move that guy in there. We're going to move... those guys in there. Anti-bully system activated. Okay, I don't know what that is. Japanese election, Shinzo Abe re-elected. You no longer get the effects from not at war for 3 months. Okay, that's a thing. Alright. Keep those enemy divisions contained. Small arms, 1975. Let's switch to those. I think we're going to continue researching our own small arms. Alright, we're losing a lot due to terrain. The Kurdish independence referendum. The Kurdish regional government has announced that it will be holding an independence referendum in the areas that they currently control. The move has been called controversial due to the referendum being held in areas that aren't officially part of the Kurdish autonomous region, but the federal state of Iraq, including the major city of Kirkuk. Many see this as nothing more than a land grab by the Kurds, while others argue that the Kurds have earned their right to independence after practically saving Iraq from ISIS. Even though the KRG claims that the results will be non-binding, many fear that it will lead to a full independence and possibly a new conflict in Iraq. Fall of Mosul. Iraq has captured the strategic city of Mosul. No longer get the effects from a large military purchase. No longer get the effects of small military purchase. It may be worth buying some attack helicopters. How much will we have to spend to buy some attack helicopters? 175 political power. Another ISIS commander was killed in a coalition airstrike. That's fine. Let's see, how long is this saying? Another 100 and who knows how many days. I mean, we do have a river crossing here, so that's causing some trouble. Alright, as long as that's trending in our direction, we should be fine. Alright, 4K GDP. Research. Army effort, aviation effort. Let's go with army effort. Alright, well, that number is decreasing, so we are winning. And then we'll bring our entire force to bear down here. And we should be able to absorb those guys fairly easily. They have 4 divisions. How many divisions does Benin have? 4 divisions. Well, so does Togo. What about Nigeria? 28 to 33 divisions. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be trouble. Let's see, what do I want? I think we're just going to improve our small arms. We're going to focus on getting this done. The heavier equipment we'll worry about later. Night Vision Gen 1. 657 days. Hopefully that modifier will increase significantly as we improve. Russian election, Vladimir Putin was re-elected. No surprise there. No police spending. Higher education focus. Research time minus 15%. Okay. We won that battle. Alright, I'm going to tell these guys to begin attacking. Another ISIS commander was killed. Abdullah Ahmed al-Mashadani was killed. Kurdistan rejoins Iraq. During the apex of ISIS, Kurdistan started slowly shifting away from Iraq and becoming more independent. Now that ISIS has been defeated, the Kurdistan regional government seems to have made a full turn and expressed wishes to start working again together with the Iraqi federal government. Many speculated the Kurds would be aiming for independence, but it seems they decided to decide otherwise, possibly fearing repercussions from their neighbors. Interesting. Yeah, the Turks would not be happy with that. I don't know if that's modeled in the game, but in the real world, that would be the case. Alright, we're going to get minus modifier on terrain. And they have decryption advantage, entrenchment, terrain. Yeah, but it's only 2 divisions against 9. So we can sustain the fight. They can. Let's see, we have 9. How much small arms? I got a lot of small arms. Let's do this. Let's edit this. Let's add some more infantry to our infantry divisions. A lot more infantry to our infantry divisions. Whoa, 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 what's all this? Everybody on the planet wants to lease me some stuff? That's fine, but I really can't necessarily afford this. Spain, Portugal, Kenya? Required 2 convoys. Oh, because that put us way behind on small arms. If I can get some more political power, then we can import a bunch more American small arms. And I'm using all of my convoys for trade right now, so that's just... Alright. Even with the battle going on right now, we can actually supply more small arms than we're using. But it will take 700 days to Actually, what I can do... You know what? Just push these guys out. Push them out. Alright. Equipment effort, motorization effort, 20... We'll go with equipment effort. Okay. So we will sustain this battle. Did we actually get any factories out of this? No. We'll probably need to take this. Bissau Guinean election. Jose Mario Vaz re-elected. Alright. But we're probably going to have to end... They want to send me stuff, but it's going to require a convoy. So, I don't have any convoys to use. Alright. So, as I said, we're going to have to end this episode here. We'll see if we can't finish Togo off when we come back next episode. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.